Hello, hello. Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of PixelChain Live Art. I'm here with Rob Levy Pixels. If you missed it last week, we did this really cool like improv art thing, which I am excited to announce that we will be continuing this with Rob. And we asked the chat what they thought that Rob should make some pixel art out of, and Chief, I believe, said Baby Yoda, and then that became Baby Yoda riding a dolphin in space, dropping whale coins on the universe. So we're continuing the piece today.
Yeah, so thank you guys for making this happen, and giving me this awesome idea. I'm excited to finish it up. I think we're pretty close to being done. I'm glad we stopped kind of where we were and can just do the final touches today. Should we just get into it?
Yeah, get started.
Okay.
So like, I guess you had some time to like think about what you want, like how you want the space background to look, like nebulas and stuff.
Yeah, it was definitely nice to have some time after knowing generally what the piece was to kind of think about how to finish it up. One thing on that note, I'm going to start off with backtracking a little bit. I wasn't really too happy with this bright red planet. I feel like it was a little distracting and unrealistic, as weird as that might sound, because we were riding a dolphin.
Right.
It was bothering me that we had planet Earth and then just like some weird red planet. So
they might crash into each other if we were thinking about physics at all.
Yeah, let's keep some reality with our.
We can cherry pick what's real and what makes sense and what doesn't when we're in a made up place.
Oh, can I actually, if I do this bucket, boom, okay.
Yeah, you can do a bucket, and if you wanted to keep the swirlies the same, change the color, but if you're changing the size of it, then just changing the colors on the palette doesn't help you.
Okay, great. Do some craters and get a little moon going. And if anybody has any other suggestions of anything else you'd like to see in this crazy piece, please.
Yeah. This is like, I guess like it's a community curated, art directed pixel art. Hey, big up Katie Laurie. Haven't seen you in a while.
Sorry, it's been a little bit since I've used PixelChain. I probably should have messed with it a little bit more, but we're gonna get the rust off.
It's all good.
We'll put it together.
Oh yeah, like it's more moon. Like, yeah, okay, so it's this planet's moon.
Exactly.
That makes more sense. Yeah. Although I guess a moon could be hot pink and red in the same world where Baby Yoda rides a dolphin in space and drops whale coin on everybody.
It definitely could have worked, but it's just kind of, I guess, if I didn't have time to think about it, I would have been totally cool with leaving it. But since I had time, this is what happens.
Katie Laurie said, it's Baby Yoda plus dolphins plus whale. What's not to love? Like, exactly. And it all was just from that one prompt. Chief just said Baby Yoda, and then it just spiraled into this beautiful scene. And I think I said in the tweet, like, they say, I don't know who they is, but there's this idea that if you can think it, if you can conjure it, then it exists somewhere, maybe in a parallel universe, maybe in this universe, but you know.
Our,
so if we
in our universe, for sure.
Maybe that's what we should do for the whale 1-year anniversary, which is coming up very soon.
Oh wow, is it? That's awesome.
Yeah, May 18th.
Wow, my
Yes.
birthday is May 26th.
Oh, are you? Oh, I was like, you're a Tauri, but you're a Taurus, but you're actually on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini.
I am a Gemini. Yeah.
Yes. Actually, you're May 22nd. That's the same birthday as my stepmom.
Oh no, 26th. Sorry.
26. Sorry. Benjamin says everything exists simultaneously. Yes, it does. And I just watched the Matrix trilogy this last week because, first of all, I hadn't seen the second two. I hadn't seen Reloaded or Revolutions all those years. I only went and watched the Matrix, and I loved it so much that I was like, I don't want to see the other ones. It felt like a good story the way it was. But I think they did a really good job of, I don't want to like ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it. Although I feel like I'm probably the last one on Earth who didn't see the other two movies. But I think they did a much better job of extrapolating the story with the Mr. Smiths and everything. It was pretty well done. I liked it. And now all I can think about is how we live in a simulation again.
I don't think I've seen any Matrix past the first one, so.
Oh, you too.
Glowing recommendations. I might.
It was good. They held up. I think they did. For me, like I get like a visceral response when I watch like fight scenes and people getting hurt. So I felt like the fight scenes were a little bit like a minute or two too long especially in the third one, but the effects look really cool. Still 20 years later, I would say. And the story's like, it's still a riveting story. I don't know. I really liked it. I was pleasantly surprised, and because I had mentioned to my friends from high school who we went to the movie theater together to see the first one, and I was like, yeah, I still haven't seen the second two. I think it's going to ruin the first one. And they're like, no, it's not going to ruin it. They're like, it's good. You can watch it.
And the new one's coming out this year. I think this year. So
that's what I couldn't suss that out. I was like, are they actually like, is it still in production, or like are they announcing it and it hasn't even been worked on yet? But if it's coming out this year, I'm really glad that I took the time to watch the trilogy this last week or two.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I feel like I've seen it being advertised in like the trailers of like everything HBO is dropping on HBO, or not HBO, Warner Brothers is dropping on HBO Max, and Matrix is definitely.
I'm gonna have to get HBO Max. Sure. Oh my God. I was like looking at the chat. I didn't even see you just did those nebulas like super quick.
Oh yeah, I'm just
or galaxy backgrounds. I don't know.
Yeah, just trying to break up.
So cool.
So did you watch the Snyder Cut? Speaking of HBO Max.
No.
Ooh, okay. I was
like D Snyder.
About it. Oh,
like
no,
D.
Sorry. The Zack Snyder Justice League cut.
No. No, I'm not cool enough to know about all these things. I'm the same person that.
So cool.
Oh yes, you are. Yeah, Katie Laurie said it was surprisingly good despite being 4 hours long. The Snyder Cut.
I agree. And yeah, I've watched in one sitting. I would argue that you can watch it, however you want, and pick it up, and each like chapter is pretty good on its own.
Okay, so 2 comments. One, Mylene says, this is so cute. Fallen Angel suggests, let's add some Matrix code onto the drawing.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
This is going to be the craziest thing. I mean, maybe just like one like column of it, like not the whole.
I was going to say, this is why like a layer feature would be amazing.
Amazing. Like, yeah.
How it would look.
Yes.
And be able to go back.
Yes.
I'm down to give it a shot though. We can throw some in and see what happens.
for PixelChain Max Squared, whenever that comes out, we gotta get layers. It would be super cool. Now I'm being really snooty here and whatever, but it would be super cool if the layers had, you know, layer modes like in Photoshop. But I guess if you're using pixels, it doesn't really do, you know what I mean? Like it just makes like some transparency. It doesn't really work. So never mind, just kidding.
Well, it's like, it's kind of, I don't know if some might consider it cheating, where I've definitely I benefited a lot from blending with Photoshop and pixels, because like for shading, I learned a lot from shading by just use
multiply
and just, you know, decrease the opacity over a red, and it's like, oh, okay, now I can just see how deep I want it, and that's, I feel like that gave me a lot of, you know, a lot of what I know now, so I can just do this without having the layer ability. So I feel like it's cool to have to learn for sure. But I mean, if it's, you know, if this is hardcore pixel art stuff, then I don't know if it's the place for blending.
For cheating.
You know
it's not cheating though. It's just using the tool.
It's all art, yeah. And that's why I like Photoshop, because it like, you know, there's a lot of freedom. Like you can draw with, obviously with pixel art, and I can draw with blocks, but you can use the layers, you can move things around. It's as much freedom, I feel like, as you really need. Okay, should we go stars, or should we try the matrix stuff?
What if the stars are matrix code? Oh, I really like the glow around the moon. Because then it'll get like busy, I guess. You know what I mean? Like we have like a lot of, I don't know. We can try both. We got time.
So
maybe. Well, I'm like, we have time. I have no idea how long it takes you.
Oh yeah, we got time.
Katie Loy said, there was a trick that one artist showed us by going into the metadata and copying it at different states so he could restore the older version if he didn't like what he added.
Whoa, interesting.
Okay, I see. Wow. That's super cool how that works. I went to art school. I don't know how things work. I don't know how to math. I don't know how to do codes or anything like that.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
We're gonna attempt this. I just don't know how exactly to start.
And I'm gonna say this just for the purposes of the video. Benjamin also mentioned that as a token of our appreciation to the whale community, Rob Levy and I are going to be doing an NFT giveaway of this whale-inspired piece, a warm welcome for some of you watching this improv live. So, and it's so cute, and there's a magic carp jumping out of the water, and yeah, I just love this. And the whale's blowing out his little blowhole. So cute. Is that Whalmer like super long?
Yeah, it's definitely much bigger than the and thank you for mentioning that, Ben. I did a terrible job at mentioning that, as I told myself I would. But yeah, I really just wanted to do something to show my appreciation to you guys, and just like how awesome this community is. And I mean, I made that piece for not for the community, but it was inspired really by, like, it's called The Warm Welcome. It was really just inspired by like my feeling just being introduced to this community and just how awesome everybody is. And I just felt like it'd be a cool thing, like the Genesis piece, like the one of one original one that I minted through PixelChain, like that'll be there still, but I thought it'd be cool if I minted just other copies and just did some kind of giveaway, and just gave back a little bit of what I feel like you guys have given me, honestly.
Yeah, and that vibe really comes through in the drawing. It does feel very warm and happy, and we're really happy to have you in the community, and thank you for giving us your time and making this super dope baby Yoda flying in space. And I'm excited to see what we do next time too.
This is all you guys. I'm the vessel right now. This is a whale community piece for sure. PixelChain. Sorry.
It's both. We're friends. We're sister communities, and we like to support each other as much as we can. Yeah.
I'm trying to also like come up with a not numeric or like.
Yeah, like like it says something maybe.
Yeah, something like
It's funny, like speaking of the Matrix, I was listening to this doctor. For some reason, his videos like pop up on my Facebook feed when I'm scrolling incessantly. But they were talking about like the nature of consciousness. And I was watching this yesterday, so it was like really timely with after watching The Matrix.
Oh, wow, cool, yeah.
And they were, I want to try to be as articulate as he was when he was talking about it, but he was saying like, because he's a doctor, he's thinking about it in terms of medicine. He was like, the way that doctors are approaching treatment is like, we're kind of just moving around icons on the desktop of our interface, but we haven't like gotten into the code. And like that the code is consciousness, is pure is this idea that there's like these nodes of consciousness and they make up our reality, and that like consciousness and matter are not different. And the reason why humans and other like other species have been able to survive is because we can't, if we were able to see, like, if we were like Neo and we could like see the Matrix and everything, it would actually drive us crazy and we would go extinct. So like we've evolved so that we are only taking in the necessary information, because you'd probably go insane like drinking a glass of water and like thinking about all the, maybe there's like little microbes in the water and all of the little things that make up your cup and all of the microbiome in your body and your hand. Like you'd lose your whole mind if you were constantly aware of like actual reality.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool to hear a doctor talking about it. And I really hope.
And this was just like a hypothesis, or was he like claiming like I've got stuff to back this up?
He was talking about, well, he was reading. I just feel like a dick talking about it. So the guy calls himself Dr. Z-Dog MD because his last name is like Z something, which I forget. Like I don't actually follow him, but his stuff always comes up on my feed. But he's always talking to different doctors. And when he was having this discussion, he was citing a book that has been written that like talks about quantum physics and consciousness. So it was something that like somebody else had like findings and was basically saying that these nodes of consciousness that have the ability to perceive, act, and choose, that these nodes of consciousness are like mathematical equations. So it's really close to like how the Matrix was talking about things or explaining reality. So I don't know, it really was like exploding my brain. I'll see if I could find that specific video and I'll share it in the chat because it was pretty cool. If you're into like questioning reality, it's really interesting.
All I do. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even questioning reality, just trying to kind of
understand it. Yeah. Yeah.
Not figure it out exactly, just understand it as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got some Matrix code. I just did like little drizzles pretty much. Let's see if we can get some stars in there now. Let's see what happens.
Oh wow, yeah, you made the code look really close to it too. Oh my god, that's so cool. With like the different greens. It's awesome. The stars and the coins. He's so cute. He looks really happy to be raining whale on everybody.
he is psyched. I'm gonna bring
Oh.
up a smile on his face, but if I can, I will try.
I don't know if he, well, we'll see. We can always go back. I was like, I don't know if he needs it. It's kind of cute. Just, I don't know. Pixel art is so cool like that. Like, I always say it's just like literally one pixel change can like alter an entire expression.
Totally.
It's awesome.
Yeah, also it reminds me of like some or sorry, were you gonna say something?
I was gonna backtrack on something regarding the comment about if you wanted to save what you did and you didn't like it and you can copy the metadata, but Lang was pointing out that there might be a problem with that. So just kidding.
Gotcha. What else? I was gonna say that was just like, it reminded me as far as like the facial expression with because I went to film school and like I do a lot of editing. I've done a lot of editing over the years on my own films and other films. And like there's one classic example from like I'm struggling with the reference, but an older film where it's and like all the editing classes, like they just show you basically like it's a face that's kind of expressionless, and then they cut to something, and then they cut back to the expressionless face, and you basically like it just shows you the power of, you know, the sequence, and that it doesn't have to be a smile to, you know, give the audience that feeling of happiness if you're cutting from a blank face to something happy.
Yeah.
I just thought of that with this Baby Yoda, and it's just like, if you know, if it's just a blank face, it's really whatever you want it to be. If you're looking at it when you're sad, you might be a little like, a little like, I don't want this money anymore. I don't need it. Happy,
that's an interesting take.
Looking at it.
It's like, money doesn't mean anything. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's whatever it means to you.
Just realized I can hear myself in the background. I'll try to talk more quietly.
I don't hear like an echo or anything.
Oh, okay. I hear it though. All right, well, I'll just keep talking more quiet. Frank said this is like meditation on another level. That's funny.
Oh, that's awesome. I feel the same way, honestly. This is the most relaxed I will be all day, for sure.
Oh, we'll try to take it with you when you're done.
I definitely will.
Like take a couple of deep breaths when you sign off and be like, I'm going to carry this feeling into my day.
As long as possible.
Yeah, Demon Tiger said, you did a lot since Dolphin Yoda. It looks so full in such a small space. Yeah, I'm very impressed. And the depth that there is in it too is really cool.
Yeah, I'm getting excited about this. You guys came up with something pretty awesome.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely.
Oh, I just noticed that there were Twitch comments. They were asking, yes, this is live now.
Hey.
I'm going to look for that video I was talking about, see if I can find it. That's so cool how the the stars are getting like more 3D as you go.
Yeah, so I'm doing a little shading going on.
And-
Oops, sorry. I was just umming.
You can hum. It sound effects and humming and music is like all part of what makes art better, I think.
It's all part of the process.
Making boop sounds when you click things and all that enhances the quality every time.
I agree, absolutely. Okay. Just trying to see like what else. Any other ideas from the group of adding stuff, or should I just keep messing around? I mean,
I don't know what.
I might want to get to this earth a little bit. Try to.
Yeah, I think we have enough elements in it before it's gonna like everything but the kitchen sink.
All right, no more feedback. I'm gonna attempt to make this earth a little rounder, and then if that doesn't go well, then we're gonna call it a day. Something like
it's
that.
an oblate spheroid. It's like extra oblate, this one.
Yeah.
Which is the shape of our planet. It is not perfectly round, for anyone who didn't know. It is an oblate spheroid. I'm sure Mr. DeFilippis from my earth science class would be so proud of me for remembering that.
Yeah, that sounded like a legit word. I definitely did not know that vocabulary.
Yes, then Mr. D did his job. He was like the best science teacher. I still think about him. I'm like, he had like such a cool life. I remember he was saying like when he graduated high school, he went to go work on the Alaska pipeline, and like he just wanted to like travel across the country and like be in nature. And he like loved that job. I was like, that's the coolest thing.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the thing that he always used to say, he'd be talking about how do we know that, I'm trying to think of like a good example, but he'd be like, how do we know that this is the truth about, something in space? And he'd be like, it's in the rocks. So everything was like, it's in the rocks. It's in the rocks.
I love that.
So I think of it a lot when people say like, oh, it's true. I really want to say like, it's in the rocks, but they won't know the reference. So maybe all these people watching It's in the Rocks will catch on.
That's like a great t-shirt, to be honest.
He was really great. He was kind of a hard ass, but he really was only a hard ass to people who like just were like willfully not wanting to learn. But he was very funny, very sarcastic. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was a camp counselor, summer camp counselor for many years. And I mean, before that, I went to summer camp my whole life, and I feel like I've definitely had a lot of cool teachers throughout the years, but like that there was something about like the counselor camper relationship that like I just looked up to like the cool counselors. I was like, God, you're just and I definitely had a lot of role models in that world. And
oh, that's cool. Yeah, I never went to summer camp. I was afraid of it. And also I don't think my parents would have been able to send me, but my understanding of summer camp is like Wet Hot American Summer and the show Salute Your Shorts.
I haven't seen Salute Your Shorts, but Wet Hot American Summer I love.
Very Salute Your Shorts was on Nickelodeon for a very brief time, probably I want to say 94, 95. I couldn't have been more than like 8 or 10 years old watching that show. So yeah, I'm not sure how old you are. So I don't know if it was before or after your time.
I'm so old. I mean, I was all about all that. I'm 30, by the way. But I was all about like, I was a big Nickelodeon
Okay, so I'm old. So it was before your time. I'm 36, so.
Oh man, so you got me beat.
Yes. But I'm not old. I'm infinite, because everything exists at the same time. Everything exists simultaneously, right, Benjamin?
Okay, I'm much happier with this circle already. This is feeling great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're getting near the end.
The exciting conclusion of Baby Yoda riding a dolphin in space.
I don't want it to end. Like
I don't want it to end.
Figuring stuff out.
Well, the good news is we will definitely be having Rob Levy back for some more improv pixel art. I think it's going to be something separate than PixelChain PXCLiveArt, which was also an experiment. It feels like, I don't know if other artists would be down with doing the improv thing, like, because I would be very nervous like trying. If someone came up with something that like I couldn't draw or I wasn't sure if I could, I'd be like, I don't know if I should have agreed to this. It's like high pressure.
For sure.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you were brave and took on the challenge, and it is turning out very well. And I think it, either whatever happens, even if one day somebody suggests something that sounds impossible, if anyone can figure it out, it's gonna be you.
I hope if anybody takes anything away from this, that's all. Like, it's not me, it's everybody. Like, I definitely knew this was going to be scary going into it, and it was really fun. Yeah, facing that fear.
Yeah.
With guys. So.
Oh,
really
hold
fun.
on. Somebody's talking. Oh, that was weird. I don't know. Someone's mic was on in Discord, I think. Were you able to hear that, Rob? Did you hear someone's mic on? Okay, yeah, so that was just in Discord. Cool.
Figuring out if this guy can have some eyes.
Oh, it looked like their eye had like a glimmer to it.
A little friendlier.
I also like the idea of Baby Yoda not having a smile, because then, yeah, the viewer can decide, like, is he happy to be giving this away, or is he having like an existential crisis and just giving away all of his riches?
Exactly. What is Baby Yoda really feeling here?
Yeah.
Only the viewer knows.
And also, for anyone that wasn't here last time, we know that the child's name is Grogu, but that's a dumb name. It should be something else, and I'm going to call it Baby Yoda forever, even though that doesn't make sense in the Star Wars universe. Sorry, Star Wars fans.
Yeah, we decided for this piece, especially this is Baby Yoda riding a dolphin.
You could just pretend that this was thought of before they revealed his name, even though the blockchain would prove otherwise. Still.
Yeah, there's nothing, proving exactly when this was done.
Somebody said the design is really nice. A lot of joy with the dolphin and its companion. Yes, that's how I feel too. So cute. Oh yeah, with his mouth open. Yeah, that works too. Pixel art is so magical. It's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know if we can do anymore.
I think that this is looking good.
Anything else would make this like it's already quite busy.
What do they say? Art is never finished, just abandoned by the
feeling.
Well, thank you so much. This is fucking awesome. Elliot James says it's sensational. I agree. There's so many words that I would use for this. Someone said, oh wait, no, that's not about that. Sorry. I do want to say, for those in the Discord, I've shared Rob Levy's Instagram, his YouTube, and Twitter. Definitely go and check his YouTube for Han Solo, the Dragon Void Run series that he created. It's animated pixel art, obviously a spin-off of the Star Wars series, and it's really awesome. And episode 6 is coming soon. Yeah.
Yeah, coming.
Episode 5. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm working on it, actually. I've been working on it the last couple of days, and I am so excited. And I also just want to shout out if anybody's like been listening. I definitely noticed like we've gotten a couple of YouTube subscribers and since doing these. So really appreciate anybody checking out the series. Yeah, we've worked really hard on it. So all we really want is people to watch it, and it's really helped me going into these long days of animating, and yeah, just knowing that it's gonna be seen by people. So that really helps. It's cool.
Yay. Yes. Thank you everybody for following Rob. That's what we want.
Yeah, and please continue. I'm definitely I have a lot of cool things like planned also. Yeah, so definitely stay tuned. I feel like one thing I would like to tease, I'm like a super geek, as you guys all can see, and one thing I'm super into is like folktale and like mythologies. So I'm going to do like a series of sprites that are based on just various mythologies from around the world, and really psyched to get that started. Yeah, and yeah, so the first series, or the first ones, are going to be Greek gods. I felt like that was kind of the most I guess
recognizable. Yeah.
Exactly. But
Pixel myths.
Yeah, Pixel myths. That's the name. Exactly.
Yes.
That's what
it's such a good name. That's so great. I can't wait to see that. Yeah, I'm really into mythology, like from everywhere. That's awesome. That's gonna be great.
I can't wait to see everything, and like especially like the really niche ones. Like there's so much ground to cover. I'm so excited.
Oh, it's wild. There's so much. It goes really deep. Yeah. Frank said, how? Just checked Rob's Instagram. Unreal. Mind blown.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Also, so Benjamin was asking if we want to read the winners off live. Yeah, I mean, why not? We can immortalize the winners, the winners of the giveaway.
Sure. Yeah. How do we do that? Should I pull up this?
Ben is randomizing, or has randomized the names.
For doing everything, by the way.
Yes.
Ben is the man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I
don't want us to forget. We haven't named this piece yet. So if anybody has names they want to toss in, I think that's pretty important for this.
Okay, so I have the list. Ben DM'd it to me. So we have Crypto Tatey, Lang, our own Lang, Brookmark, Mylene, Nisha, Primary with a butterfly. We have Foz, Kiat, Onurk, and Whale's Own Nightmare. So congratulations to the winners. So shall they DM you with their Ethereum address, and that's how you shall grace them with this awesome NFT?
Yeah, exactly. I'm definitely want to make this as easy as possible. So yeah, if you guys just shoot me your wallets, I can just send it your way and really show my appreciation. Because yeah, again, thank you guys so much. You're all really cool.
Well, thank you so much for giving that piece away to our people. That's super nice of you. And I love the sentiment behind this piece. And yeah, I don't know, just very happy to have you here. It's so awesome that you did that. And this piece shall be minted shortly. I'll contact Leandro, and we'll have this one minted as well. I'm very excited. It came out so good. Thank you everybody for your concepts and great ideas and your positive energy throughout this process. And we'll keep you posted when Rob Levy's back with us. And thanks again, Rob.
Thank you guys. Yeah, this was so much fun. I would have never made this without you guys. I'm so happy this exists. Yeah, can't say thank you enough. It's
great. Yes, and a reminder to the winners, DM Rob Levy with your Ethereum address to receive your piece. Congratulations. It's a really awesome piece. So, share it on Twitter and social media. Give him thanks. Big him up for his awesome offering. And I'm wishing you all a magical day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.